We do have a player pause because of a perceived lag spike, so we're doing a test to investigate the latency or something.
Wait, I just saw this, the name tag on Pioshik. Hello, my name is Mark.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you guys see all the memes? So Pioshik did an interview, if you missed that, where he said, I would retire if I lose the Fly Quest. They come out of the gates, first game in the LCS, to lose the Fly Quest. A little unfortunate debut for Pioshik, but then they had some really good fun with it, where Cora and him made a video where it was basically like, "Hello, I'm Pioshik. I'm announcing my retirement from the LCS," and he comes right back, but he's changed. He's like, "Hi, I'm Mark. I'm from North America. I'm the new jungler for TL." So now he's got the name tag to go with it. So I love the commitment to the bit.
Yeah, a lot of personality on this guy, man. We got to see that back at Worlds when he's doing his victory dances and all that. He's a Kindred player by nature, which, I mean, that's not obviously a guy who's only playing meta champions. Yep. It's a man who follows his heart. I respect that.
It's lovely to see, really. People having fun within their own team, it's one of the most important things. You have a long year ahead of you. You need to make sure you feel happy in your own skin, right? This is really important in any team. Make sure that you can be yourself and you can bring the best self out of you.
Yeah, you've got to be able to have fun.
And we actually have the video, so we can actually pull it up and see the video of Pioshik, I think, from Twitter. So they're going to pull that up for us while we're waiting on this latency.
Hi, I'm Pioshik. Today we rose to Flycast, and I retire. Sorry, my fans. Bye. Hi, I'm Mark.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. Where are you from?
I'm from American. Watch my debut again, TSM.
I mean, you gotta love it, especially when it's not your native language to be coming and doing like comedy bits and stuff like that. I think it's awesome. I love the personality.
He owned it.
Out of Pioshik. He went with it because that's one of those things where it's like, you are gonna get memed about this for sure. So you may as well own it and have some fun with it and turn it into a positive. Players are calling ready in game. We are on pause. Let's get it.
Yeah, I got an update that there was a lag spike, but I don't believe it impacted, like it was a lag spike after everything, the dust had already settled. We're gonna continue playing the game, but League officials are continuing to also investigate in the background to make sure the lag doesn't influence anything going forward from this point, because, my friends, we have a very close game on our hands.
100%. The most important thing about losing a fight like this is the shutdowns you give away and to whom, right? Shutdown coming in for Yon, I believe, because he went from a crit cloak in this fight all the way to Lord Dominic's regards. And let me tell you, you do not want this guy sending his regards to you when you're a tank, because he hurts. He hurts a lot. The difference between Solo being able to block the culling when he doesn't have this item to when he does, it's not to say that he can't block it, it's gonna stay.
Oh! What a good shot, man!
My God.
We have seen some sick Ash arrows across 2 days here in the LCS. The one from Boom yesterday was nasty, and now Chime. Let's go. That's cross map.
He's all the way up in top lane.
My goodness. Well, okay.
Okay, it wasn't quite as far.
From the Raptors to Bush. Oh, sorry, to the Raptors. Sorry, the bottom tri-brush. Like, I always call this the tri-brush, but it's not quite the bot tri-brush, right? It's the tri-brush across from the bot tri-brush.
That's from the window to the wall for me. That was downtown, man.
Beautifully done.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, it gets scooped up. Free kill. No, like
even though he can jump in and do a whole lot about this, Pioshik wants to try to steal, but it won't happen. It's secured by Neo, and TSM have the Infernal Soul. Jan's got nowhere to go. He's dead in the middle of 5, and TSM is controlling this.
It's a great force from TSM. They know that Harry has to get up, has to be able to TP into that fight for them to really be able to take it. So all TL can do is look for the 50-50, and now Summit is caught.
Summit trying to kite this one out, maybe turn it around. There's that mechanical excellence you expect from Summit Gnar, man. You can't count him out ever.
Beautifully done. There you go. Gnar bar worked out in favor. This is Summit really testing the limits of the game, right? That's one hit from death. Yeah. It looked like one more tick from the
Baron here. He knows it. You gotta think TL's gonna go in and try to steal, but TSM DPS is slowly so that they're ready to counterattack as Pioshik makes his entrance. Now they're gonna secure the Baron. Boogie's got the smite. Pioshik tries to get away, but he's already down. Summit has to disengage and hop back over the wall as TSM need to be careful here. Neo forced both summoners as he disengages. TSM get themselves another Baron.
My God, this is ear damage is disgusting. Is there,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the scoreboard and he doesn't have a death cap, but I swear he hits people for 2 or 3 times. They're almost dead instantly. Ash Arrow connects, 2 hits from his ear, and you're going home. It's actually really incredible. I actually think they might be pushing for an end here. Probably I would say you should recall here, but they're posturing mighty aggressively.
Yes, sir, they are. TSM 5v4 for the next 15 seconds. There's your Ornhorn. Harry trying to end this game. They're using the TP on the minion to guarantee they're able to tank up the Nexus turrets for a longer amount of time. First Nexus turret's already down. CoreJJ with a nice bubble there onto Boogie, followed up with the Glacial Prison, but they can't go in far enough to get the kill. Summon is down. Neo's got it, and now Team Liquid stands 4v5. TSM is not seriously injured. Harry's trying to get somebody, but Chime's only going to be saved by Neo's ulti yet again. The Akali is down. There goes everybody else. Maple with the shuffle, TSM with the scuffle, and they'll take down TL. TSM start 2023 to win.
I mean, honestly, scaling is the name of the game. I came in game 1 with saying this. It's early season. A lot of people have some jitters on stage still. Some mistakes happen, and that's all you need. A couple of picks on Summit. Even though there was still a gold lead being accrued, 1 dragon fight's really all you need, and that's where it went wrong. That 1 fight on the bottom side of the river where TL tried to funnel in and try to, pick people off at the flank. Didn't quite happen. Fell with a couple of people. Even though there was some life, they managed to find that 1 fight where they got shutdowns on Yon, but it just wasn't enough. The composition scaled far too quickly on TSM side. 20-25 minutes, it was already what it felt like really hard to fight.
I mean, you really got to give credit to TSM, though. I think doing a really good job finding a lot of these picks to actually punish Summit when he was pushing up. Chime made some really good arrows.
Man.
He had 2 cross-map arrows on Summit that led to kills. They're able to really, I think, withstand that push that TL did have in the early stages. When you think back to how the bot lane started, to how some of this stuff looked, like they were so far behind.
Actually, we got the Ocean Drake, and I was like, oh, this is like so Smurf that I have like all these scaling runes, these conditioning and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is. I knew as soon as we got Ocean Drake, I knew we'd win because I knew my lane would be like, at least I could farm.
It does help a lot.
And then someone inted so much.
It happens. Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you. Fortunately, a lot of good arrows. Was that called by you? Is that a proactive call by Chime? Was that someone else making the call for those arrows? Because they were on point.
Yeah. Chime is like, quite the sniper. He predicts them too. He calls them. He's like, I'm gonna hit this one right here, and then it like hits him right on the spot, like the one in Gnar in bot lane.
He just pings it?
Yeah, he's like, here we go. Good? He's gonna be right here getting hit, and he does it.
My God, what an Ash player!
It's kind of insane, and yeah, it's super awesome.
I think Victor and Prince will probably be breakout stars for sure. I mean, they played well in Korea, so I feel like they should play well in the name.
I think maybe like Gory. I feel like he's not super hyped, even though he's like really good. And yeah, people aren't really talking about him. So.
Anyone on CLG?
Hello and welcome back to the Riot Games Arena, everybody. Ha! Kobe, it feels so good to be back. I haven't been here in the
I
spot
can tell
since, like,
because you're stopping the whole stage here, baby. Let's go.
I took my shoes off. I
can
am
feel
in full energy mode for the last 2 games of the week.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. Obviously, both of these teams want to, kind of rewrite what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Get some wins up on the board. 100 Thieves, it came out very close game versus Cloud9. Especially the 1v1 that kind of started that whole snowball coming down to the last auto. So I know this team is super hungry. And then of course Immortals also they are regular teleports that are not unleashed though, so they would have to teleport to their turrets if they wanted to join.
If they decide to make anything happen along those lines, because Immortals have everyone except for Revenge stunned directly onto Blaze. All about to flash away, but they take down 10 feet. Ultimate from Yuumi, pretty good at zoning. A Blaze Olive barely surviving. Both are looking to finish it off. The Blast Cone to create some space for Tactical. 2 down for Immortals, and 100 Thieves can turn back onto the Dragon.
100 Thieves blow this game up. A Blaze Olive gets stunned at the edge of the gravity field. Bjergsen traps him, and that makes an easy call for 100 Thieves. As soon as Closer sees that.
Double it still, but the cat on his back is doing damage. Tenacity into the back line he goes, but should be getting burned. Revenge manages to survive, but stunned on the outset. Look at that ultimate coming on through with the Everest Divide. A Blaze Olive into some trouble. Wild Growth targeted onto Tactical, but it cannot keep him up. Double it doing way too much damage. Closer still survives it all, and 100 Thieves kill 3 to come out on top in that fight.
You could see the comms in action too. Bjergsen was waiting at his tower in top lane for almost 5 seconds there, waiting to see if he actually needs to pull the trigger on the teleport, because 100 Thieves were almost winning that 4v5 fight as they start to kite back. So look at the minimap right now. Bjergsen has his recall going. He's watching, he's waiting there. So I thought it was going to be even worse for Immortals, but they're able to scramble away with only 1 death. They did lose the extra dragon, and it's already dragon number 3 stacked up for 100 Thieves.
Because while it was only 1 death for Immortals, it was the jungler at that, and 100 Thieves could make the objective play immediately following, meaning they are now on Soul Point. Not a single Drake grab for Immortals since the first.
All right, Doublelift finishing the Lord Doms as well, so he can work through this Ornn, get through all this armor, get through this Thorn Mail as well. Objective bounties have returned, and 100 Thieves have returned to the Baron. Control Ward's already down. They're looking to bait right now, bait Immortals, because they know they can hard force really easily with the Sejuani Yuumi combination. The engage is theirs to take. Flank down here from Renekton, you see Tenacity, he pushed out the wave, heading down to look for it.
Oh, but the fight's starting up. Can be in the center of it all, is already into terrible position. Ablaze all gets stunned up by the ultimate. Once more revenge right there with Immortals on his back. They aren't there anymore, because guess what? 2 of them died. Flash forward from Tactical to try to get an escape, but look at that damage coming out of Doublelift. Lightning! Said I gotta shoot! I gotta go this way! Go get my AD carry, don't come this way! I'm just Lulu. Why don't you go get Tactical instead? Alright.
You know, sometimes you catch a fish and it's just too small, you throw it back. that one did not meet the weight standards, so Doublelift just threw him back. Fleshy, no need to kill that one. He goes after Tactical. The AD carries are what he really cares about. Takes him down.
Doublelift a bit picky about the protein with which he cooks. Decides on Tactical for the best quality. 10k gold on the Nexus here against Immortals. Just trying to outpoke them. Tenacity going into the back lane. Gets a little bit of a sweep onto Tactical, but on the opposite side, plays off with the last attempt. Gets eliminated. Doublelift still in pursuit. Turning 2 more players into their fountain. 100 Thieves dismantling Immortals Nexus as slow as they can to get the kills. Putting their first win of the season on the board.
Doublelift with some nice flashes this game. They were unable to touch him. And 100 Thieves demolish Immortals.
What a game for them to come through with, a type of pick that people were wanting to see for Doublelift. They said, let him cook. Let's see what can happen. And the way he was able to land that damage in the end, ended up securing the victory.
Well done here, well executed from 100 Thieves very early on as well. Making the call, Boostio and Doublelift go for the tower dive when Immortals try and pull off the top lane play for the Rift Herald with their support swap. And that's going to be the first dub for this new 100 Thieves roster.
And I want to play with you guys. I haven't even met everyone from the team yet because of visa problems. So I guess I just hope that we get to play together sooner than later and we can make the season work.
What I would like to say to my team is I miss our Moot and Ignar already.
Guys.
Pro player that takes a break, it can be kind of nerve-wracking to come back. But surprisingly, like, I don't know. I scrimmed against all of the AD carries in the LCS. None of them are particularly interesting to me. Like, I was expecting like bigger challenges, I guess. Okay. But so far, I feel like I'm just like slotted right back in, and I'm still one of the best. And I have a lot of room to improve. Awesome. Special shout out to Yon on TL. I think he's actually quite good.
We got to see that today, right? Like his Lucian was keeping the game alive.
Yeah. I think that guy is actually quite good and really promising. Other than that, though, everyone is a little bit disappointing. I was really expecting to get like completely smashed, but I don't know. I guess I still have some skills left. Yeah.
Starting with the music video we just took all those clips from. Well done, Avali.
We flew through that.
New team coming into the scene. LCS ass-kicking machine. 5 faces that you ought to know. And if you don't, let me give you an intro. Come and meet the new flag quest. Put the rest to the test. And you know what we're here for, to win the LCS. Impact coming into the top. In the jungle, speakers not gonna stop. Nickla shining bright in the mid lane. Prince and Aya dominating the whole game. Come and meet the new flag quest. Put the rest to the test. And you know what we're here for, to win the LCS.
Hey! What's up, everybody? We in the Riot Games arena. It's just me right now, though. I don't know what to do with myself when it's only me up here and no one's by my side. But I have a bunch of fans here. Hi! Thank you for keeping me company while Kobe was doing other things. Welcome back!
Is that an Immortals thing?
No, it's sometimes you ever like need a stretch between cat. This is how I like.
It's Immortals colored. That's some ideas there for
I have a bunch of different colored pieces wanting to come together. Interestingly enough, too. So, C3 for FlyQuest groups here. Armud venturing on forward. And he's in the center of them all. Burn down, slippity slap, first blood to Prince.
Very well done research here by FlyQuest, coming in with the prep. 3-person stacking, waiting for Armut to walk in and get that early vision. Nicely done here. Don't know if that came from pure scrims analyzing or analyzing Armut tendencies here, but 3 stacking there while Maokai, Spica himself, was bottom to try and help get that bottom side vision. Really good opening.
A bit of time in his jungle. Jensen position, Spica still hovering around this riverside, taking a lot of damage. Victola slamming onto him. Spica and Impact now ready to collapse. The flash out for Jensen. He goes in Victola. That's sick, bruh.
That is what people wanted to see when they heard Victola was coming over to the LCS. He gets the kill already on the Silas side. And that is 2 stacks in the Darksteel. That does not bode well for Dignitas.
Oh, your 2020 Rookie of the Year in the LCK making plays.
Yeah, take a look at this collapse. Very good job of Dignitas chaining together. Top lane gank, forcing on the Rift Herald, getting even more out of it.
Because while Dignitas, well, as they try to make a play here on Victola, Santorin coming on through. The stun up directly under the tower, able to slice on out. Ooh, close.
Yeah, nice little bit of wiggling there from Vikla himself as able to juke Santorin and slips out alive. Jensen will still get paid pretty heavily with this turret plate as the Rift Herald goes in, but they fail to secure the kill onto the Silas. Dignitas, though, I love this look. Much more proactive. FlyQuest trying to start up the Dragon in response with so many resources there.
How can make more strong team?
Yes.
And so I don't worry and only focus my ability. So everyone is good. Just food is little not good for me.
You gotta show him some good spots, Impact.
Yeah, I mean, he came from Korea now, so he need to try new thing. But we are stuck in the office, you know, only
true.
delivery food. So I hope today night we get good. I hope we get good food.
No pressure on the management. And so, actually, just wanted to know, new FlyQuest fans, there's plenty with you on the team and Prince. Like, what message do you want to show to the fans out there that want to know more about Prince, want to know more about you?
Wait, I didn't got it.
Okay, yeah. What's a message that Prince has for the fans out there? Just know more about him. Or even just like for what he wants to do for the split.
그러니까 이번 스플릿에 뭘 보여주고 싶고 그리고 뭐 팬들한테 뭘 보여주고 싶냐 이런 느낌으로 마음 같은데 그렇게 말했어.
You said I dominate 1 and 2 day, but it just start. So I show more stronger play and more physically. So enjoy.
There it is. And I can't not ask you a question, Impact. I have to.
I come to hear translation, no?
But yeah, multi-talented.
Yeah, you can ask. What do you want?
All right. I want to ask you like what your personal goal is, because you just came in from Evil Geniuses, right? Like into a new team, immediately already successful, and you had that insane GP game yesterday and a great game today. Like, what is your personal goal with this team and for yourself?
To me, myself is doing. Of course, everybody can say doing well.
Yeah.
And in World and MSI, but my goal is actually especially like for Big Nut and Prince. I want they learn a lot of like game thing, everything from me, and so if we even hit their back to HK, they can play well. You know, I don't want like people saying that NA is bad too. You know, if you go back in NA, or you're gonna retire or you play for money, I really doesn't want to hear. So that's my job. It's my responsibility for, you know, Big Nut and Prince come to here. So I will do my best for my teammate.
It's already looking good right now, don't you guys think? That's what I love to hear. Thank you guys a lot for this interview. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. For now, we're going to go straight to the analyst. Thank you guys.
Sorry. Done?
The Raz with the new notebook meta on
I know.
interview.
Like, who thought that you should hold it upside down so you can check it?
Get that man some note cards.
Well, what he was initially doing, it looked like his arm was like fully twisted.
Because as we all know, the faithful shall be rewarded.
It's pretty good, right? It's good stuff, yeah? It's good?
Why didn't we get Kobe for this?
Oh yeah, we can't afford him.
Alrighty, looking at the schedule for today, CLG, as you saw from their piece, starting us off against Evil Geniuses, always play bangers based off last summer. Golden Guardians versus Cloud9 is match 2, Team Liquid versus TSM match 3, 100 Thieves versus Immortals in game 4, and to round us out, FlyQuest versus Dignitas. Let's go ahead and take a look at our predictions for the first game of the day, CLG versus Evil Geniuses.
Who's got the faith? Because CLG just destroyed Dignitas yesterday.
I'm gonna bet none of us do.
Even win side lane, but I'm pretty sure he cannot win side lane anymore against Cassandra. He's too far behind, and he's going to be too squishy. He's going to be too squishy to participate in fights. So, not a big fan of the Blade of the Ruined King this game, but I think he's just going to try and beat the Ryze on the side lane. Hopefully, the Blade of the Ruined King max health is going to help him there. With my experience, it's not. He's going to get shit on. Oh, sorry.
Buddy, we
all get one. We all get
one. Spider-Man rules. Everybody gets one.
Thank you very much. My bad. Yeah, that's the best way I could describe what's going to happen if Jax tries to jump on Ryze.
He's going to have an unfortunate time in the top.
He's going to have a really unfortunate time. 3 levels down. Sorry, 2 levels down. Oh, yeah. Joey's just looking for it.
Yeah, he's not afraid of this.
He can't even
Jax
defend the tower at this point.
whatsoever.
That's how bad it is. Like, the tower's too low HP, but even the Steve 3 at full HP, with a wave.
That's huge for CLG, though. They don't even commit to the fight. Yes, they do lose Dokla, but there's not really that much to get on the map. All EG can do is try to push, but there's not really any waves that they can go immediately towards. So great for CLG. That smite is game-changing.
I'm going to be honest with you. You take those 20 out of 20. Like, your top laner in this game, he's not had his best game. You know, trading your top laner's life for a dragon. Even if I'm playing Jax's game, I'm pretty happy. I'm like, I did a good job, guys. Me dead, worth.
Like, you go from 1 and 3 to 1 and 4. No big deal.
Doesn't matter. This guy can die 3 more times, and if the Nexus doesn't fall, it makes no difference. May as well try to be useful in any way you can be, right? That said, I'm really hoping to see this Ryze finally start knocking on the base, because this is his biggest strength. As a side laner, he becomes this monster split pusher where he reaches a point where melee bruisers can't deal with him anymore because one Rune Prison combo chunks them out. He runs away with phase 1, and then 8 seconds later he's back with another Rune Prison, and at this point you get Rune Prison again and you're almost dead. So I'm really hoping he's gonna go side lane because it's looking kind of scary, these 5v5. One Glacial Prison hits a key target, Sivir gets enough boomerang bounces.
They're on Baron already.
That's a fight.
Yeah, EG just wants to hard force this. They've already got the Baron down below half HP. Contracts goes in, finds the Glacial Prisoner onto FBI, but there's no follow-up here. Again, onto a valuable target. Jojo's gonna be focused. He's taking a lot of damage, but the shield's gonna proc and keep him alive. Someday now, soaking most of it. CLG, do you believe? EG's on the run. CLG turning their attention right back over to Baron. The scaling is happening right in front of our eyes, boy.
Hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy.
Wait.
Oh, nice try.
Flashbacks to Gumayushi there for a second.
And that was an experience. Unfortunately, not quite. I hate to be that guy, but yeah. That looked like a lot of damage from Silver, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And now, I mean, Luger very likely has another item completed. You know, he has enough gold to actually finish another item.
Got 3 kills. Barely 2 people got away. They TP'd in. EG got the Baron. But since then, people have actually been falling.
Yeah.
The items have gotten completed, and they've started to lose members in these fights. Looking for a Glacial Prison. I like it. Unfortunately, Someday is not the guy you want to kill, even at this point. But that said, like I mentioned, once the items came in, they actually started getting those 5v5 contests into kills, and once the kills came through, managed to get some neutral objectives in return, and now they have actual control over the game. I do think they've outscaled.
And I mean, it's so hard now, because even if you want to try to get out to the side lanes, like, look how little vision there is across the river now for EG. They have nothing there, so it's very difficult, even if Rise is to get out to those side lanes, to actually be able to push your lead, to try to push out, even if you have a winning 1v1.
I've been this whole player. I've done nothing. I pressed tab. Oh. Like,
oh, 400. That's pretty
like,
good.
Oh man, this game sucks. And then all of a sudden,
the comms are you just counting down
great.
to 500.
Yeah. Oh, this game's great all of a sudden. Baron gets started up. Looks to be a contest here. We will see if they can birth it in time. That's
they
gone.
can. Vulcan's ulti over the wall is just way too little, way too late. And this time around, my friends, 1 minute and 45 till Drake spawns, 2 minutes and 45 on the Baron. That means CLG is going to be wearing purple for the sole deciding fight.
I wanted to mention the way Contract's been using his Glacial Prison. It's like playing tennis against a guy with 20,000 balls and you have none. They've got no balls in the court. They can't shoot back. He's just throwing Glacial Prison. If he kills someone, great. If he doesn't, well, 50 seconds later, we'll try again. It doesn't matter. You've got no tools to react. Rise isn't strong enough to actually win that hard in the side lane anymore. Wit's End has been completed on the Jax. He even stacked up a Negatron Cloak on top of that. You're not going to crack any bases here. Void Staff's nowhere to be seen in JoJo. I do think he's going to complete it soon, but at this point, he's not enough of a threat to really end the game in his side lane, as he might get caught again. No, Realm Orb's pretty good at getting away from these situations, so fortunately, does not go down before the dragon spawns. So we're going to see a 5v5 again, I think.
But I do like that CLG is just constantly attacking him in those side lanes. They're not allowing him to have time. They're not allowing him to, establish vision or anything like that. Anytime JoJo shows in a side lane, they're moving over there, they're pushing him back, they're keeping him corralled in their base, because that also denies any sort of semblance of vision around this dragon. We know that this is going to be the area where the game is decided here pretty soon. There's no wards, there's nothing for EG, so they've got to push out through mid, try to then fight their way into the river, but that is so difficult with this composition to walk in straight to what CLG have.
25 seconds
Here they go.
Looking for some exchanges here. Contract's going really hard here. Looking for JoJo.
Contracts engages. JoJo's going to be your target. He's low. He pops the Zonias, trying to buy a little bit more time. Contracts lines up the Arctic Assault.
Fired on Palafox.
Palafox, he's using his own stasis, but Inspired won't be able to get the damage. CLG killed everybody. It's a triple over to Big Dokes, and it's the game over to Counter Logic Gaming.
What a start to the season for CLG. They're going to be 2-0, sitting at the top of the table here, taking down EG in what was nearly a 10,000 gold deficit. Soul Point 4 times in a row. CLG hang on and they take down EG.
Wow. Scaling's the name of the game. I told you. It's scaling the name of the day. At the start of the day, after draft, I said scaling's the name of the game. It was sloppy. It wasn't the way it was supposed to be. They made one proactive play the whole game, got punished, got aced, and then they decided to wait for mistakes to happen. And that's exactly what did happen. Pretty easy win, I'd say. I'd be pretty happy. Walking off that stage is like, we take those, You walk off, you're like, we take those. It was a terrible game. Everyone hated playing it. All 10 players. No one is happy with it. But if you look at the scoreboard, it says win for CLG, and they're going home happy.
That's what matters.
Who's their week?
That's what matters.
And Dokula got a triple kill in the last fight, so it's top 2.
Yeah, it redeems.
Camp was for.
Yeah, so best way to put it is like when you keep a roster, usually there's like a honeymoon phase, right? Where like, you're meeting everybody, you're like finding out their tendencies, nobody's frustrated. All right, there was no honeymoon phase for us. It was just like, we're fucking shit, we need to get better.
Amazing.
Sorry. And we picked up right where we left off. Our first week of scrims was pretty rough. Second week was like, all right, we need to be more disciplined. And I think we showed that today, actually.
Okay, awesome. And then yesterday, Dokla talked about this. You were kind of talking about it all last year, kind of the fight for CLG to get respect from the community because you guys didn't have the same kind of big name players, et cetera, et cetera. Even yesterday, today, I did not believe in you. I actually picked EG to win this. So I know. I mean, I own my L's. That's what happens. What do you think it's going to take to kind of get that like general respect from the community and from analysts? I mean, you can call me out.
I mean, honestly, if we didn't get it from last year and you guys were putting us 6th and 7th in ranking, then like we won't get it until we win.
Fair.
Honestly, I think like specifically this game shows a lot of our growth from last season because I do not think we could have won a game like this last split.
Okay, awesome. Well, it was great to catch up with you. I am unfortunately out of time. Do a barrel roll. The crowd is yelling for you to do a barrel roll. I'm not really sure why.
I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
All right, we're going to throw it back to the analysts.
Nice. Welcome back, everybody. That was a wild game.
Yeah, clean. EG game's always clean.
Pristine. Let's just go straight to the Grubhub delivering the win, which gets won by Sivir.
It's a Sivir comp.
It's just a Sivir comp. Luger is pretty fed up until this point.
It definitely wasn't me. I don't know what's going on, but I know that I'm not going on stage until this is fixed. No one could even walk down the hallway without their stuff getting dirty.
What? I haven't played this bad since 99.
What happened in 99? You weren't even alive.
You don't want to know.
It's definitely Someday or FBI. Have you seen them in scrims?
I don't know if this is your standard or something, but in this scrim, like every single level 1, you're just running it down.
What was their motive? Or was it just pure evil?
I always knew something like this would happen.
Cringe.
Ratio.
Your mom.
I left them right there. I go for 1 second out of the room and they're gone. Jojo, why would you do this? You always, every single time.
I guess not for everyone.
I saw you put it there. I didn't do anything. Someone did it. I did not do anything. It was for sure you.
Hit the eye mid-charge, but didn't work out this time.
Yeah, and Licorice held onto his TP. So he decided that since it was going to already come all the way to the tier 2, he was just going to hold on to that. So it does give them prio to play towards bot side, but now...
Nice gank from River. They want to get this money on Young. Oh! Diplex gets away. Diplex, you're kidding me! Young falls 1v2, the C9 mid laner.
Could River have not continued on that play? He tried to finish him off, though. I think the turret was actually on Young. I want to see that one again. It looked like the turret aggro was on Young, and Diplex gets the stolen Sejuani ult, turns it around, kills Young off. But I feel like that probably should have been a 1-for-1. It looked like Sejuani was very healthy. Maybe he was worried that Wukong or someone was about to arrive and that he would have just died for free. So let's watch it one more time. I do think the aggro was on Young. I want to just confirm this before I talk to the entire...
Should be finished off here by Diplex. Berserker's under pressure. They took out the Zeri. Golden Guardians may have just found the fight they need. Fudge, however, ready to turn it right back around. It's Cassante, baby! Triple kill over to Fudge. Make it a quadra. Why not? Now there's your 500 kill.
He's definitely got it now. He scoops the cat out of the air with his Q3 there as he was trying to get back onto Young to try to reattach. Back-to-back games. Fudge slamming teams down on Cassante. This is looking like it's a Mutts man against the Fudge Factor. Let's watch it one more time as C9 trying to go aggressive here. They know they're very far ahead, but it's still a Sejuani. That is the main target. They're committing everything onto the Sejuani. They land the ulti, they throw the stolen Sej ult, but he's really not getting that low that fast. So the stuns land onto this Wukong. They're able to turn around.
Is just running him over, man. He is dominating. You know, Isaac, I think if I take one side of my headset off right here, I can faintly hear the sound of thousands of keyboards complaining about how balanced Cassante is all over the North American region as Fudge is showing absolute domination of the entire Rift here on this champion. 7-1-2. The man is a powerhouse.
They let him cook up there in that top lane, and he's punishing him now. Fudge, man, is just looking in form already here, early season. hard carrying 2 games back-to-back. He's going to find another one. He is.
He's not done. Licorice,
Get out of there, Licorice!
And I don't think there's anywhere for him to go but all the way down, Isaac.
Oh, man, it's just...
I feel like the hardest one has to be Armut, because you haven't played against him.
I played against him in scrims.
Okay, there it is.
This is scrim data we're getting right now.
I'll put him here. I'll be nice. He might have had a bad day.
So really it should be a little more left, but yeah.
It's based on scrim performance.
Yeah.
But I think Armut can play a lot better. I mean, he's played at Worlds, you know, he has international experience.
Yeah, and Dig said he flew in just recently.
This guy.
No bias here, right?
Don't do him dirty.
I'm not biased. I am not biased.
Yeah, sure.
When I see his face, I just want to put it like all the way over him.
So what's the story with you and Tenacity? Why do you?
You don't want to know that, Jack.
What is it?
I'll put
Tenacity when it comes up. It is not available yet.
Oh boy. We might not have an Ash Arrow at all, my friend. Chime. Oh, wow. Clutch save there from Neo. Harry's going to look for the end anyway, and he finds it, jumps right back to his Shuriken in the smoke, and it's an easy exfiltration.
Very nicely done. I mentioned this earlier before the draft started. Chime's going to walk up with volley, and he's just going to fish for things. And if the Glacial Prison's used, Fate's Call should be able to save him. I'm not sure if Neo was actually in range. It was very late. He was 1 hit from dying there, right? So I'm not sure if Neo is actually in range, but it's nice to see at least the Ashe is walking up with Fate's Call. I do think we want to press the button a little earlier or stay a little closer together.
And that was a very important pick for the side of...
It's a hard commit to this play, absolutely. The TP comes in from Maple, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a little bit too late, if they could actually chase in on this, but Maple just hard commits to it. Yon on the other side spends the culling, doesn't really get that much done, and now Summit.
Oh! 0-3-0, that's not what you wanted to see from Summits now. I'll be honest with you, laning phase was exquisite, but since he's left the laning phase, unfortunately, a lot of picks being made on him. He's lost his flash here and there, kind of fishing a bit too much for pressure, right? He walked past the tower, he tried a solo kill, like not really solo kill, but he tried to chunky his ear a bit too much, lost his flash and his ultimate. And then he's just been getting calls.
And I got to applaud TSM because, you know, they're down 4,000 gold, but they're finding picks, they're finding plays, they're finding openings and opportunities. And Core ain't done. He interrupts the charge away from Solo. It might take a whole damn clip, but Jan's got enough bullets for him this time. Solo will drop, and it's Team Liquid, of course, getting 4.
That is huge for TL. They find the angle to get the engage. Harry with the deep flank, and they get in onto Neo, able to finish him off. He connected his E before he got shuffled away. So even though there is that peel there for the Azir, he is jumping right back in onto the carry, gets the execution. Summit's piling in, Pioshik's piling in, everyone from TL recognizing this is their moment. And we are into a pause. Maybe we can watch a replay of that fight during the pause. Hopefully it'll be a quick one.
Hopefully, yeah. Big deal, right? The culling being available compared to last time Harry tried that flank, compared to not having the culling, not to mention a great... This is the #1 thing that the best players in the world do. And I'm not saying Harry's quite there yet, but you learn from the last fight. The last fight, he didn't tag him with the E, the Zero ulted out. He was out of juice. This fight, he knows he needs to smash that E button as fast as possible, tag it hyper.